Hey, everybody, and welcome to the Seal Podcast, episode number 276, I believe it is, even though it says 275 on the show notes.
Is it?
Yeah. But I think it
Oops.
is. Not that I'm blaming anyone, I'm just as much to blame, but I think it is 276, right? 275 was last week?
That's what it says on the Twitch stream today.
What,
276.
270? Oh, perfect. Well, the guy who handles the Twitch stream knows what he's doing. Who could that be? Welcome to the show for this 27th of June. 27th of June. What happened to June? Where did that go? Right? Am I right?
Hello. Yeah.
Yes.
I am your host, Fraser.
Days
I'm
are getting
joined on
shorter now, isn't it?
Don't interrupt.
Sorry, I was about to start saying, and then you started talking. We were having a conversation, and you just started yapping about something else.
I asked that question ages ago. Finally, you turn up.
Whatever.
I'm joined on my left by Dave.
Hello.
And on my right by Neil.
Hmm.
Come on, Neil. Give us a smile.
Hi.
Welcome to the show, everyone. Thanks for joining us. Oh, Neil was just about to say something.
I forgot what it was now. I can't remember now.
Oh, it's like that, is it?
Oh, no, I really can't remember what it was.
Welcome to the show, everyone. Thanks for joining us again, or for the first time. My dog's just licking his my dog's behind me, just licking his nether regions.
Thankfully, it's not really coming through very clearly.
Okay, that's good. CRISPR is doing its job. Is it CRISPR we have on this thing? Crisp.
With a K.
Noise suppression. Slurp suppression.
It's the video that's not really coming through for me. I can see him, but I can't really see what he's doing, thankfully.
Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah,
he's after your camera was getting such big props on the other show that you did last week.
That's right. On Sunday, I was on the Veteran Gamers, yes. Invited back again.
Yeah.
Quite
becoming a regular.
Yeah, I know. I don't even think they even asked me where I was from. They didn't even ask me to big up the podcast. Get him in. I will say one thing, though. I looked at the show. So I download the show on the Podbean app.
What?
Sorry, not Podbean app, on my podcast app on my phone. And then I look at the information, and Stu's got his games listed, and Duke's got his games listed. But they don't list the guests. I don't know.
They never do. They never have done.
No. So you noticed that too. You were another guest who was shunned. Yeah. Well, there you go.
Was I?
It's all good. But yeah, no, it was a lot. It was, yeah, you were on there before, weren't you?
I've been on once.
Yeah. Dave, not yet.
No.
I don't turn up for the 100 episodes ones, the multiples of 100 days there, haven't they? Maybe
I like those. Yeah, I don't mind. Yeah, I like it. Yeah. You're off their Christmas card list now. Yeah, that was nice.
Yeah, I think maybe if I engaged more and listened and but you know me, I do this and then I'm sort of incognito the rest of the time.
Yeah, that's fair enough. Do what you do.
Well, I find it's time to play all these weird games, Dave.
Neil sits somewhere between you being cool and me whoring myself out like the slag I am.
I don't know how to take that.
I'm not as bad. You're the meat in the cool slag sandwich.
Doesn't sound the best bit, to be honest.
All right, swiftly moving on. Welcome to the show, everyone. What do we got for football these days, Neil?
Watching the Club World Cup, have you?
Jury's still out on it.
No one has. No one knows.
Jury is still out. I quite like the fact that I get to the evenings, and particularly with the way the times work out for me here, I get to go to bed at 9 o'clock, and then I can fire on my iPad and decide if I want to watch a game. But to be honest, I mean, even
it's going to start getting interesting now, isn't it? Since with the knockouts.
Well, I don't know. I mean, there have been good games. I've missed.
Yeah, but all the problems. Yeah, we've missed all those ones because they happen at a reasonable time of day in America to be playing football, which is a shit time of day over here, aka 2 o'clock in the morning.
Right. Yeah, and no one's binge watching all of it, are they? I mean, somebody must be.
Certainly not, because the games that we get to watch have been largely shit because they're getting played at like midday when it's fucking 38 degrees or something stupid. So they're all going, fuck this for a laugh. I'm not running around too much.
Right.
I haven't got those aircon stadiums like they had in Qatar.
There's one of the places has an air conditioned stadium, but I can't remember.
Well, one of them had a
Anyway,
roof on. It sounded well weird because it was still empty anyway. So
yeah,
I
they've
think
had
it
a
was. I think it was last week that I saw there was a game in Miami, and you could see the crowd like moving or getting out the seats where the sun was directly on it, and
oh
because there was
yeah,
enough space to move around.
well, yeah, that's it. Yeah, it was. But yeah, it's like I think they started and there was a big block of empty bit in the middle, and then like as the sun moved around for the second half, like people getting out the seats and moving about.
yeah,
Yeah, I thought that's quite funny.
yeah. I
It's
can
quite funny
believe
that
it.
there's that many seats available here in the
Yeah,
Premier World Club competition. Yeah.
yeah. I mean, there's been. I mean, I think they said one of the worst attendances was like 6,000, 6,500. But they have had some games. I think a couple of the games were like up to they had 80,000 at
Well, that's
one,
like the
maybe.
Argentinian teams have brought. There's lots of apparently Argentinian sort of what do you call it when you're not like an immigrant, but you like your kids of immigrants, whatever that is, second generations or third generations of whatever
Right.
of Argentinian immigrants, because obviously they wouldn't be allowed to come now. Um,
They certainly wouldn't be staying for very long.
no, no, but people who've been like their roots are in Argentina and like maybe Brazil and that sort of stuff. There's quite a lot of
That's like here.
Like
yeah,
heritage.
yeah, yes, that's a good word, Dave. That's a good word.
Yeah, I remember that's like here. I remember when the World Cup was on one time. Came out of this pub, and this Canadian kid had an England top on, and he was trying to have some argument with with an English woman about who had more right to support the team or something like that. Like she wasn't a big football fan, but he wasn't actually English, born in Canada. So the two of them both had an argument point. It was the most bizarre thing I've ever seen.
Well, the most
Whatever.
bizarre.
Oh, well, yeah, absolutely the most bizarre thing I've
Yeah.
ever seen.
Not someone kicking a turtle down the road.
Oh yeah, so did you see my Facebook post? Then
I didn't see that. No, I didn't see that. I could see it wanted me to log in, and as soon as I tried to log in, it said that's the wrong password. I was like, oh fuck off! I can't be asked.
Yeah. So did you know it was a turtle one? Though,
I saw
right?
something like a video of someone holding a turtle in the background
Right,
behind
that's
the
it.
login
Yeah,
bit, but I couldn't really see what was going on.
yeah. So the Facebook algorithm sent me a little video today of a woman, young lady, showing you how to handle a snapping turtle. And I was like, well, you could do it that way, or you could
Just
flip him and hoof him down the road.
the Mario style, the Mario
Yeah.
handling.
But if you get a chance to watch the video, I mean, you'll see why I was hesitant, right?
Oh
I
god,
mean,
yeah, I'm watching it now. Like
yeah, you don't want your fingers on the end of that at
no,
all.
that
So
like yeah,
they're vicious bastards. I'm
Okay.
telling
very
you.
quick. Yeah.
But she has shown me the way on how to pick them up. I think at the end of the video, she shows you can sort of pick them up like you're handling a tray of food or something like that. As long as you,
Like
whatever.
carry them around like that.
Yeah, why not? Yeah. Neil's
Put
doing
it
a little
down.
impression of a waiter right now.
Yeah, put it down on someone's table. Dinner
Yeah.
served.
You're the dinner. Yeah. So that was interesting. Yeah, the football.
Yeah, not really watched
I've
any of it.
tried to get into it. I'm not. I mean, I've been keeping an eye on it. Or
I
whatever.
watched the results and all that sort of stuff. I go, oh, that's interesting. But then I ain't watched any of the highlights or anything.
Yeah, I mean, but honestly, I've been watching. I've watched all the Chelsea games, or I think I watched half of the Chelsea game that they lost. But I've been watching it more from a perspective of, oh, who's this new guy that's rolling out? Who's this guy that costs 20? I mean, I'll tell you the interesting thing is they just go, oh, here's somebody they just bought 40 million. Here's somebody they just bought 20 million. Here's somebody they just bought 30
Oh, is this
million.
the Chelsea team you're talking about?
The Chelsea team. Yeah, I'm just like, holy shit. Unreal.
Yeah. Well, there's someone play. Is it for Palmeiras? He's already been signed by Real Madrid, but he's playing for Palmeiras, so he doesn't move until after the tournament.
Right.
So, yeah, there'll be a few of the South American players probably playing in Europe in the next year or two, unless they're old, obviously, because they've gone back there. Like
Right.
Jorginho, whatever. Is he Flamingo?
Is he a Flamingo?
No, I think
No,
he
he's
plays for Flamingo. You're funny. You're trying.
Does he eat shrimp and stand on one leg? I don't know. He can do whatever he wants in his own spare time.
I guess.
All right. I think the show title needs to be something to do with flamingos. Right. Let's move on then to some listener stuff. Shall we?
Well then.
Lord said, "What would you rather do? Take on a human-sized ant or a dog-sized wasp?"
Are we having to fight it, I assume?
I guess take on.
Is
I
there?
mean,
Am I allowed any tools?
or allow into your house and support for the rest
What,
of
like
its
just
adult life.
Well, yeah. Well, I'm not fancying a
Human-sized
human-sized ant, to be honest.
human-sized ant would rip you apart.
Yeah, it'd be
Like,
pretty scary.
yeah.
But a Samson-sized wasp would be quite scary. But a Dachshund-sized wasp would be still quite scary, but less scary.
Yeah. Actually,
I think
they didn't specify the size of the human, did they?
Yeah, if it's a Chihuahua-sized wasp rather than like a Samson-sized wasp.
yeah, I don't
I
want a
don't,
Samson-sized wasp.
No,
I don't know. I
absolutely
was, I
not.
was going to
But
say, what about
still would take that probably over a human ant.
a baby-sized ant? Still a fucking big ant, and yeah, you
Yeah.
don't want to be chomped by it on that. So
You ain't running it fucking probably either, are you?
no, they're quick
I
buggers.
bet they're speedy fuckers if they were that big.
And what type of ant?
A cuddly one.
I don't
Like
know.
the one in what's it called? Honey, I
Fire
Shrunk
ants.
Kids. That was a cute ant, wasn't it?
Was it?
And it's
I don't remember.
Honey, I
apart
Shrunk
from
Kids.
the
Yeah.
apart from the stingers on a wasp, like if I guess they have mandibles, right? Or they gonna give you a nasty bite too.
Yeah, I'm not fancying.
I wouldn't fancy either of these at all. I mean, if it was like a proper,
if you had to
like,
punch it only, if I had a club or something, be a bit. Assuming we're actually talking about fighting them.
It's mano
Wasps are a bit
insecto.
Wasps are a bit nippy as well. They can sort of just dodge around a bit if they're flying. If it took its wings off.
What's that game that's based in a garden that you're small? Grounded. That's what I'm thinking of. Yeah.
I don't think I'd do. I think I'd have to take the ant because I'm allergic to wasps.
Oh yeah.
Well, I got stung by a wasp when I was younger, and my whole hand just ballooned up. So I'm assuming.
Isn't that just what happens when you get stung by a wasp?
No, this was bad. Like this was like my arm, like just became like a comical balloon hand.
Right. Yeah, I don't know. Either is sounding pretty grim. I'm not fancying my chances against either, honestly.
I think a dog side,
a few times.
My definitive answer is I don't like the sound of the ant. Medium-sized dog wasp. Let's meet somewhere in the middle of dog sizes. I fancy a little bit of a chance that I could just quickly get to its back and jump on it and somehow avoid. But I mean, even if you wrapped your arms around it, could it still sting you? Like that's gonna
flick their tail. They literally come underneath, don't they? They fling their tails like from underneath.
Yeah.
They don't like flick it like a scorpion over the top.
No.
So if you got over the top of it, I guess.
I vote wasp if I have to put my vote.
I'm having to go wasp because it's smaller.
Yeah. Dave?
Yeah, I think I'd say wasp. I wouldn't fancy.
Please don't send us a dog-sized wasp to fight today.
Totally. 3 votes for wasp.
Yeah.
Thanks, Lord. I hope you're enjoying your holiday. Oh no, that was Master Blackthorn who was on holiday. Sorry. Good. He says, "Good evening, chaps. I'm on holiday, so think of this as a postcard. We arrived all well. We had sausage, egg, and chips. It was bad. They hadn't cleaned our holiday home, but it's fine because we made the teenagers do it. Awesome. I lost my book. The drive was a nightmare, but Devon is nice. Much love. P.S. Are you reading any good books at the moment? Luckily, I have Eruption by Michael Crichton on my iPad."
Reading
words.
I don't read books really.
I've got some books lined up because I've got a holiday soon, so I like to read while I'm away.
What you got?
There's a couple of Terry Pratchett books I haven't read. Some of the later ones. So I want to read them. And the missus is trying to get me into some Michael Crichton books because they're
is he like murder mystery type thing, or is he like spy
No, he's
thrillers?
Jurassic Park, wasn't he?
Yeah, it's sci-fi and dystopian future.
Good
Style things.
AKA a documentary.
AKA the news.
Yeah.
But yeah, his Michael Crichton's got loads of books.
Is he still writing?
I don't know, actually. Don't know. Can't bother to look.
Okay.
Terry Pratchett's not still writing.
No, he
Not
died.
here.
No.
Well, maybe.
He did.
He did. But yeah, there's a few books I haven't read of his. I did like read most of them up till like about 2010. And then there was a few of the later ones I haven't had a chance to read. So yeah.
Yeah, I'm not really a book person. Can't remember the last time I actually finished it. Oh, it was the Witcher book. I think was the last time I actually finished a book that I
Okay.
started reading. That was fucking ages ago. But it was within the podcast lifetime, I believe, because I'm pretty sure I spoke about it on here.
Right.
But yeah, I can't. I started reading that Dark Souls book and just didn't finish reading it.
Of
Not
course
because
you didn't. Don't read video
just don't
games
read.
books.
No,
Come
it was good. It was good. But you read all of his Jason Schreier books, talking about
Who?
video game books. You have.
That was a documentary. It was informative.
The Dark Souls book is about the game, like Dark Souls. It's not a story based in the
Oh,
universe.
okay. I thought it was a story.
No.
What
It's
is it about
about
the
the
development?
experience of playing Dark Souls with and discussing the game with other people. It's written by
Do you know what?
journalists.
I'd like a book. I'd like a book on playing
that true?
Dark Souls with a set of Donkey Kong bongo drums.
You could just watch them on YouTube. Probably.
The Path to Victory with DK bongo drums.
Yeah, someone's done that. I know that.
I know. It just cracks me up. I love it. Right. What else have we got? Oh, have a nice holiday, Master Blackthorn. Thank you very much.
Devon is nice. Mostly.
Getting there is probably an arse, isn't it?
Yeah, it depends where you're coming from, I guess. If you're in Cornwall, it's probably not that bad. But,
There's one major road in and out of that place, and when it gets busy,
obviously,
it gets very busy.
If you're in Cornwall, you wouldn't go to Devon, obviously. They have to do like a weird thing to get out. They can't obviously leave Cornwall because you have to go through Devon to get anywhere else, and they can't be doing that. Can they?
Why? Is that bad? Is it their rivalry then or something?
Well, they're always fighting, aren't they? Always on the news.
Always?
Massive. It's basically like a civil war going on down there. It's
Oh
not
yeah.
real. It's obviously.
Well, there still is a strong thing, a party for not liberating, but
They want to
Cornwall
annex
Kernow,
Cornwall.
isn't it?
Yeah.
Those black and white flags. Is that right?
Yeah.
Black and white cross. I've seen that sticker
A
here.
white cross on a black background, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, this Devon one's pretty similar as well, though.
Really?
Yeah. Just to fuck with them, I reckon.
All right, let's move on then to what we've been doing. I've got something to add as well. Okay. Anybody want to start? Should I start?
Go on then.
I put down vinegar strokes here. I've been what I've been doing. I stink of vinegar.
Okay. I didn't know where that was going.
I decided to. I've been flushing out the tankless water system here, which I do every so often. I've done it for ages and I just realized I hadn't done it. So I took half an hour and hooked up anything. So basically what it is, I have a tankless water system, right? And I have some isolation valves. And so I hook up a pump with a bucket and pump vinegar through the heat exchanger to descale it. It should be straightforward. But I can tell you right now, there's fucking water all over my basement and I stink of vinegar. So every time I do that job, I'm like, this should be straightforward. Fucking water everywhere. It's a nightmare.
Why isn't there like a hookup outside to do that in a not
vinegar
confined area?
Plumbed in vinegar line.
Like most of these systems have like at least like over a drain or something. There's a dedicated place to do it, not just next to the actual unit.
Well, it's just the way it is, right? The valves are about the bottom of the unit, so, and I don't want to put vinegar throughout the whole system. I just want to put it into the heater.
Okay, right.
So, it's one of those things. Just maintenance. It's a bit of a ball ache, and I've got a shitty pump too. I bought a shitty pump, and it's nice. Just
cheap by twice, is it?
It'll push it'll push a lot of liquid unless you
not a Grinfoss, is it?
God no. It's like some cheap Chinese shitty aquarium pump, which will, it'll push a lot of water, but as soon as you give it any sort of resistance, it fucking rolls over and asks you to rub its tummy.
Arnie's just subbed. Thanks, Arnie. That he says,
Oh, Arnie, I was
"What's up,
thinking
gang?"
about Arnie.
I was thinking about him yesterday, maybe. Like, haven't heard from him for
Yeah.
ages. Don't know what he's
Yeah, yeah,
doing.
yeah, yeah. See, Arnie, see what
Being
happens
a
when we don't hear
stranger.
from you for a while? We do think about you.
Not in a weird way.
Yes. So that I had that. I started doing that. I got the weather's turned nice. Of course, we had a heat wave this week, but we seem to have come out the
A
back
heat
end of
wave.
that. Oh my god, it was so hot,
We're about to have another heat
unreal.
wave, I think.
Yeah, maybe this was the one that was killing people or putting them in hospital.
I laughed at an inappropriate moment then because someone wrote something in the chat. But there we go.
No problem. Oh, I've written Flamingo. Why have I written Flamingo there? Yeah, and I've been watching Andor as well this week, so I suppose I'll give a
From
mention
season
to
one,
that.
is this?
Season
From the
1,
beginning.
yeah. Yeah, so I'm probably about episode 6 or 7.
Oh, okay, yeah, quite far into it.
I've given it a good go. Yeah, I'm not
Yeah.
finished yet. I'm going to go through. I want to get through to season 2 because I think, from what I understand, season 2 is the one that really delivers.
Mm.
This one is it's a big bag of okay so far, for sure. Most of it I like quite a bit. I love the female Imperial. I don't know what her title is. I can't remember. Whatever.
Officer?
Who's trying to sort of figure it all out? You know who I mean, Dave?
Is she an intelligence person?
Yeah, yeah. Have you watched it?
No, but is she in Rogue One? I don't know. Is it
Uh,
the woman from Game of Thrones? The big woman.
no.
The
Is she in
the
Rogue
lady
One?
that works for the ISP.
No, she's in the other Star Wars film. She's in the other Star Wars film.
Yeah, what is that? The Imperial Security something.
Yeah.
Yeah, and she starts off, she's at a bit of a loggerheads with one of the other guys or whatever, and then she ends up
Yeah.
sort of coming out on top.
She's a great character. She's
She is
she's
a really good character.
It's a good baddie. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So I like it. I like so far. I like sort of like some of the characters. I don't like all the characters, but I like some of the way they're fleshing out.
Are there ones you're not supposed to like, though?
She is definitely, because obviously you sort of get an affinity for her at the start because she's sort of fighting her own internal battle, but of course she is the enemy. But you actually quite like her, so she's, what do they call that?
She's not terrorist group,
Anti-hero.
is she?
She's an anti-hero, right, of sorts, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's all right. Yeah, it's all right.
Good.
I'm gonna
Yep,
to get
so
on
I smashed through them, and I haven't watched Rogue One, but I really want to watch Rogue One.
you've
That's
never
something.
seen
Have you
Rogue
never-
One?
Never
I've seen it before, but I haven't seen it since
Oh, yeah.
watching Andor.
Mm.
So
It's in the
Yeah,
chat
yeah.
as well now. Arnie's in the chat. It's in the chat. Dave's subbed. It's all kicking off tonight.
Nice. What else have I done? Anything else? No, I don't think so. Dave?
what have I done? I've been watching Murderbot. That's another
Still
thing.
watching it.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, I want to watch that.
So I think on episode 8 now, but I haven't watched 8. That's just released. They're brilliant. They're very short, very satirical. Basically a security android has broken its protocol, but it's still like pretending that it hasn't broken its protocol and killed everybody yet, and he's nicknamed himself Murderbot, but he hasn't done any murdering. Although he does have to at one point, and he's like, "Why aren't these people grateful? Because he's saved them all, and they're all like in shock." And yeah, he's like, "Yeah, you ungrateful bastards." It's really good, really funny. Yeah, I'm gonna try and it's based off a book series, so I'm gonna try and find that for holiday.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
Because there's quite a lot of lore behind it. So
Is it like a comic book or a novel, graphic novel?
no,
Or is it an
no,
actual
it's
book?
no, it's actually a proper written book with words and everything.
Words, Neil, words.
Yeah. Although actually, I've been reading about it, and somebody said that the audiobook is actually probably the
It's
best.
like reading without no effort.
Oh, yeah?
The problem with audiobooks is I've tried them before and I fall asleep so quickly.
Yeah, when am I going to listen to that? If I was a big driver or something like that, it'd be great, but
Yeah.
I don't
If I'm
commute and
no,
I just fall
I
asleep.
think yeah, if I was driving about like I used to, maybe, but like trying to listen to radio audiobooks on the train or just sitting and relaxing, yeah, no,
How often are you on the train?
I go on the train. I used to go on the train a lot. I know a couple of times a year.
Yeah, exactly. It's like just get no point in joining Audible, is there? A couple of times a year.
No, that's it. There's not. But yeah, I was thinking
Is it the
again for
Murderbot
holiday.
Diaries?
Murderbot Diaries, yeah.
Nice. There's a load of them here in my
Yeah.
In the
library.
library. Oh, love it.
Yeah, I need to figure out which one is the first one. I could do with getting into something like that.
Yeah. So yeah, that's it really. That's all I've been watching. Oh, something else. Update. I've
Uh-oh.
I've buggered me thumb.
Oh, nice. You've got a comic thumb
Yeah, I
bandage.
know, yeah. I was slicing onions this morning because I'm making a spag bowl in
Yeah.
a slow
A
cooker.
spag bowl this time of year.
I know. Oh, it's lovely.
Talk us through a spag bowl in a slow cooker.
Literally, you just chuck the meat
Chuck it
in,
all in.
chuck it all in the slow cooker, put it on for 8 hours, and then away you go. It's just because we couldn't be asked to cook tonight, so I was preparing it this morning.
Cook
What
it.
do you put
It's
in?
like you brown the
Huh?
mince off first, I assume. You don't just put raw
Yeah,
meat in.
no, we're not absolute savages. No, but you can do that in a slow cooker. You turn the slow cooker on, put nothing in, put a little bit of oil in, and then whack the meat in. That all fries off. It's not like mega hot, but it just fries off, browning it. And then you just put all your liquid in and everything.
So apparently,
Um,
do you put garlic in your bolognese?
I do, but you're not supposed to.
Apparently,
That's
bolognese doesn't have garlic in it.
no, but garlic's nice, so put that in. And then because we make such a big load of it, we're gonna turn it into chili tomorrow. And put some
So
rice
you're
with
just
it and make
making a ragu.
making a meat sauce.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's the same.
And then you
Same
can
thing, right?
flavour it
yeah,
accordingly.
exactly. But yeah, no, I took the
I usually cook chili in a slow cooker.
yeah. So I took this bit of skin. So my nails are quite short on my thumb, and I basically took the skin between my nail and the bottom off. Basically, just took a
It's got
couple
like
of
a
mil
little
off.
Nice.
slither of thumb.
Yeah,
Just pared it back
yeah,
a little bit.
yeah. So I kind of did it, and I was like, oh, and it was yeah.
Was it just pissing blood for about an hour?
There was blood. I had to put it in the sink, and yeah, it
I
was not
reached
very good.
into a
You could have used it to colour the bolognese.
yeah. Maybe might put a bit of sugar in with it though, just to sweeten it up. Right, otherwise it'll
I
be a
used
bit
to
salty.
I used to put I used to put a bit of chocolate in my spag
Yeah.
bowl, but I don't
That's
anymore.
what you put in chili, not spag bowl.
No, put it in spag bowl as well.
No, you
It gives it a
weirdo.
bit of a
Right,
good-
Arnie's
Yeah.
going to have to retype his message. I think he said he already wrote Italians are crying right now.
I know. Arnie will
This was-
be Arnie. There, as soon as you start talking cooking, Arnie's going to kick the door down and tell you how it's going to be.
Yeah, I was just saying I was reaching in my cupboard and I reached into a tub that had no lid on to pull it out of the cupboard, and unbeknownst to me, there was like the things you put in like a food processor with the
Yeah.
double
Yes.
blades.
Oh
That
yeah,
was
yeah.
on its side, and I just like put my finger straight on the fucking
Ooh.
blade, and I went, "Oh, that fucking hurts," and that fucking bled for quite a while. That wasn't
Yeah,
massively
I cut
deep.
myself. We
And
got
then
a
I've got
food
about
processor
fucking 4
this year.
paper cuts at work yesterday on Wednesday, and I've got fucking
Oh,
little cuts
mate.
all over my fingers, and it's really painful.
Yeah, I've been done by the food processor blades as well. They are
Fucking
brutal.
sharp is what they are.
That's right, they are.
They come with little blade guards. You're supposed to put the blade guards
Yes, well, it's obviously an old one because it's in a tub with no lid on. This is the clue that you need.
Right,
Mine
right.
doesn't have any. Mine doesn't have any blade guards. What are you talking about, blade guards?
He's got a
There was-
fancy one.
I mean, like the spinning disc, right? You put the disc in the food processor, and that's got the.
No, mine wasn't the disc. This is like two sharp, sort of
The
curved
disc
blades.
is the top bit. The blades are at the bottom, and it's
Yeah,
they're-
those the blades at the bottom. Yeah,
they
yeah,
were
yeah.
fucking sharp.
Yeah.
It turns out.
All right.
Any injuries
Anybody-
this week? Fraser?
Probably. I don't know. My knees were hurting today. For
You
some
got out of
reason.
bed this morning, so everything fucking hurts.
Everything's hurting now.
Give us a car update. That's always a good laugh.
Oh, so my boy passed his driving test on Monday, so that's
Scary.
good. Yep. So
Has he got a car? Are you gonna? Like,
he
get
hasn't
him
got a
one
car.
or-
He's just running around with mine all the time now. So That's fine.
That's just wrong. You shouldn't be driving a Jaguar when you've just passed a driving test. Unless you're
I don't know what
fucking
to tell you.
aristocracy or something.
I have a friend of mine. He's got like this E-Ray Corvette. Right, does 0 to 60 in
E-Ray?
2 point.
Is that
2
like an
point
electronic
something.
one? Electric one?
Yeah, it's like gas with electric on it as well, right? So
Hybrid.
yeah, hybrid anyway. Fast. Looks like
Yeah.
a Batmobile. Yeah, his son's on the insurance for that. Drives it around all the time.
Yeah. What the fuck?
I just told you we had this discussion anyway.
Well,
It's just
we had it offline.
it's just a different attitude, isn't it, to cars over here?
I drove the Audi the day I passed my test. My dad's Audi.
Oh yeah.
But he didn't have a Quattro. Just had a front wheel drive coupe.
I did not care what he was drinking. I'm here all night, folks.
No one knows what a fucking Quattro is anymore.
You have to be of a certain age to get that joke.
Yeah.
It's not even a joke. Doesn't even qualify.
I bet Dave doesn't even know what a Quattro is.
My mum. It's funny. My mum has a Quattro every Christmas, like a single glass.
No, that's Cointreau.
Not
Cointreau.
No.
Or is that the gag?
That's the
Dave's
gag.
Oh, he's next level. He's next level, Neil. Our downfall will inevitably be.
So we're old and
underestimating
slow
Dave.
now.
Yeah, I know. Fuck. Well played.
Mm.
Go on then, Neil. Oh, look, you've got a couple of things in there, haven't you?
Yeah, so where do we start? With the quiz?
Oh my God.
Let's start with the quiz.
Go on.
Quiz
then.
was last night. We came fourth.
Did you win?
No,
Okay.
we came fourth. But we won the bonus question, which was the guy who does the quiz, he's off to Rennes on the plane. How far in miles from, I think it was he. No, was it Gatwick to Rennes? We didn't, and yeah, nearest the bulb question, and we won.
Man, what country is that?
France. Brittany. Apparently.
Oh, okay.
Oh, Brittany?
Yeah.
In Brittany?
Yeah. So it's northern France.
I don't know.
I'd say
250 miles.
No, I'd say 700.
Well, Fraser's much closer because it was 200 and we put 221. I think the answer was actually 215 or something like that.
Is it really?
Which doesn't sound that fucking far, does it?
No. No.
It's like
Why
further
does
to
it take
Newcastle.
13 hours to drive it then?
Because you have to, like...
Because that's England for you.
Well, you can get a ferry, which takes a little while, obviously. Or you can go on the channel. They call it a channel still? I don't know. Because it's got a proper name now. On the... What's the one? It's not the Euro. Eurostar's like nice. What's the other one called? It's just called Eurotunnel. When you get in your car, you take your car.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Have you been on that?
Yeah.
It's good.
I don't like to think about too much what's going on, really.
No?
It's a bit scary. Isn't it, when you think about it? If it fucks up, you're a bit fucked, aren't you, really?
Well, I'm pretty sure they thought about things like that.
Yeah, I know, but...
I mean, they literally have an escape tunnel in the middle.
I know.
Yeah.
If you watched Prime Target, you'd have seen that. Spoilers for Prime Target. There is a moment where they use the escape tunnel in the Channel Tunnel.
All right. Okay.
It all comes back to Prime Target.
Of course.
Anyway, that was the quiz. I got a bit drunk. Let's go to work today. Didn't feel too clever this morning.
Oh, that was last night, was it? Yeah, you were in good spirit.
Yeah, and what happened
last night?
I stayed up too late. If I'd have gone to bed, probably would have been completely fine. But I woke up this morning like, oh, bit of a headache.
It's the tiredness.
Oh yeah, yeah. You was up late last night, wasn't you?
Yeah, I've only got. About
you were
6
stayed
hours
on
sleep.
even later. I went to bed and was just about to conk out, and I could still see you were online.
I thought, yeah, me and Sarah were chatting.
Anyway, so that was the quiz. I'm up to see episode 9 of season 2 of Severance, which I don't know. It's quite near the end now.
Yeah, nah.
It's been good. What can I say? Everyone knows it's good. But today, well, yesterday, there was drama in the house. The fridge has been a bit dodgy. And it's obviously like the hinges have been funny. Not very funny though. But it's an integrated fridge, right? So there's like a cupboard door, basically, same as all the other cupboard doors, but it's got these little rails where it's attached to the fridge door. So
and it allows for the difference.
When you pull the cupboard,
movement,
it opens
right?
the fridge door and they slide along and all that sort of stuff.
Yes.
But The actual fridge door has a hinge on the top and the bottom, where the door is. And there's
That's how doors work.
a little bush. There's a bit. I mean, it's not really a hinge, in the terms of like a normal door hinge. So there is a bit of metal basically at the top and bottom that sticks down from the top and up from the bottom, and then there's like a little bit of plastic that fits in a little hole on the corner of the fridge door, and this bit of metal goes into this bit of plastic, and it just sort of swings on that. But what happened was, I don't know what happened exactly, how this started, but where it ended up was the door was basically sort of dropped because something's busted, and the rail, the top rail, got snapped because the door was pulling down too much on it.
Yep.
And then the bush, the little bit of plastic that goes to the top corner, was all fucked. And I was like, we need to be really careful until we get this sorted. And then while I was at work on Thursday, about 3:00 Thursday, I got a text from my wife saying the fridge door just fell off, and I was like, fuck's sake. So it's been a bit of a fuck. But I ordered the part. It came yet today. There's 2 little bits of plastic that go in, one in the top and one in the bottom. So I don't think there was one in the bottom, so I don't know if the one at the bottom just fucking disappeared at one point, but it wasn't there. So put new ones of those in, which involved me unscrewing some bits and bobs on the fridge, putting it all in. Fucking, it's better than it used to be, I reckon, when the other guy put it in.
Nice.
Because there's one at the bottom and at the top now, so it's like proper, like, it feels solid. Like, good.
You're like, why didn't they do this years ago?
Yeah, like, why wasn't this right before? It's like, it's been fine for literally, it's got fucked in the space of a week. It's like, this doesn't feel quite right. And over the last week, it's just got really bad. But it's fixed now, hopefully.
Nice.
He says, but I've got to get another new rail. So I whipped up, there was 2 rails, one at the top and one at the bottom of the door. And I whipped the one from the bottom up to the top because the one at the bottom was not broken, one at the top was broken. But the one at the top is obviously where you pull the cupboard. That's where the handle is to pull the fridge open. So that's the one that's taking all the brunt. Yeah. So I've got to get a new one. Piece of piss to fix.
Oh, you didn't buy both at the same time?
No, because I was like, I knew I needed to get the fucking fridge door bit, like the little bush things done. To make it, because I was like, if this doesn't work, I'm probably gonna have to get something else out, like a new fridge, maybe. But yeah, it was £7.50 instead of £700 for a new fridge. So,
yeah, that's the way to go. Well done, mate. You win this week. That's the way to do it.
Hopefully, it's sorted. So
good stuff.
I was still thinking about buying another fridge for another room. For like, well, we've got quite a big fridge, but when we have people around, we don't have enough fridge just to keep all drinks cool and stuff like that. So
get a cool box.
Yeah, we've got a cool box.
Good advice.
It's not as good as a fridge, though.
No, but if you know people are coming, so the day before, you sort of load up your fridge, get everything cooled down, throw it in the cool box with some ice overnight. It'll stay cold.
Still not enough space.
You do have a lot of people at your house.
I've been to one of our parties.
You do have an alcohol problem, you know that.
Yeah. No, it's not just me. We have multiple people with alcohol problems come to our parties. So. There was 20 people here last Saturday. So that was quite a few people needing drinks. Yeah, it was good. It wasn't incredibly hot, thankfully.
Did you disco it up?
No, I just had the classic rock playlist going, basically.
You didn't get your disco lights out?
No, because it was fucking still light at like 10:30.
You can always have disco lights out, doesn't matter.
Yeah. Oh, also, I had to fucking... I talked about my raised beds before. That they were made with railway sleepers. I don't know if I've talked about that.
Yeah, I think you said about it.
The railway sleepers that we got, the book guy...
I'm inclined to say yes, but we'll listen.
They are fucked. Like, they were all rotting away, getting eaten by something or other. It's like they've been infested with some sort of insect, I guess. I don't know. Although there was no trace of that, other than the wood's completely fucked. So I got rid of those.
Wood when it's in contact with soil.
Yeah, but the ones out the front are all right because I got them. They were treated with something to basically make sure that doesn't happen.
Yep.
It wasn't creosote because you can't.
It really shouldn't exist on this earth.
No, because you're not allowed those.
You can still get creosote. It's not the same stuff it used to be.
Yeah, it's not creosote like it used to be. It doesn't smell nice like it used to when you were a kid. You're
Oh
like,
no, that
that
was the
smells
best bit,
lush.
wasn't it? Yeah, yeah.
I'm slightly high as I'm walking past this. But yeah, those ones have lasted, and they've been in longer than the ones out the back. The ones out the back are fucked. So I had to remove all those the other day. But now I've got this just like huge piece of soil, which is like rock hard, which is about a foot above the level of everything else around it, which looks a bit weird at the moment. So I don't know, and it's not looking like it's going to be raining anytime soon properly to like soften it up and maybe let me like level it out a bit. But it'll probably really piss down and just be like fucking clay and just be like lumps of fucking soil rather than like nice. Yeah. Anyway, I went for a run on Thursday as well. I've got to tell you this,
Alright.
and it was quite cool and nice. A bit cloudy. It said it was going to drizzle. So I was like, that'll be quite nice on a run compared to recently when it's been really hot. So off I go on my little run, done a lap. Little bit of a downpour. I was like, that's a bit heavier than a drizzle. Then it stopped. I was like, and it came out sunny again. I was like, that's okay. So I carried on my second lap. And then it's like, oh, it's getting a bit cloudy, a bit windy. Absolutely fucking pissed down for about 20 minutes.
I was going to say
like,
we had
what the
quite a bit of
fuck?
rain now.
I was absolutely soaked. I had a white t-shirt on. It didn't look pretty, let's be honest, after that. It didn't look pretty. It was a cottony t-shirt, and yeah, you could see everything, which no one needs to see.
Everything,
Nothing left to the
nothing you wanted.
imagination.
Yeah, nothing you wanted to see.
Everyone was like, people were looking and then just looking away. It's good they hadn't eaten probably. But yeah, I need a few more months of doing that to look anything half decent underneath my t-shirt. There we go.
All right. Anything else? All right. You went, Dave, didn't you? Murderbot. Yeah.
I did. Yeah.
All right. Then let's move on to what we've been playing. We got some video games to talk about. Of course we have. Of course, Neil has.
Yes.
I haven't played that many this week.
You better start us off, Neil. Oh, I did play a bit of one of the ones that you played as well. So.
Have you? What did I play? Remind me. Oh, okay. I've just seen some of the show titles potentially. I'm like, what? Anyway. Yes, where shall I start? I saw it was Soup for Hire, because that's new and no one's probably heard of it.
I think Stu Fowler bought this, didn't he?
Did he?
Is this a shoot 'em up?
It's a bit like Hotline Miami.
Yeah. I think I saw Stu Fowler. No, I think I saw that he'd bought it though when I was looking at Steam yesterday.
I don't think it says that, honestly. I don't think it said no, because no one owned it. I owned it. I bought it. I was the first person to buy this game. It was me.
Maybe I'm mistaken then.
Antonio has got it on his wish list apparently. Oh, it did have. Yeah, anyway, Soup for Hire. It's like I say, it plays a bit like a sort of nicer looking Hotline Miami. But it also, you can flip the perspective from sort of over the top into a third person view, which I haven't done. I've been playing it in the sort of traditional Hotline Miami over the top view.
Oh, I think I made a mistake. It was you who bought it.
Yes, it was me that bought it, and Antonio's got it on his wish list. No one else has bought this game. Anyway. So, yeah, that's why I said no one's going to have heard of it.
I've heard of it.
Well, you have now.
Well, I had yesterday when I saw that.
So basically, I think the sort of the gist is you're basically John Wick. And you just go around and fuck up, shoot people and fight them and stuff. And
he even looks like John Wick from behind.
You can make him look a bit like John Wick. I'm sure there's probably a mod that's someone literally puts Keanu Reeves' face on it, probably. Yeah, so it's only been out about a week or two. Oh, it's been out. Has it been out before we said that? I don't know. Maybe it's been out.
40% off?
Yes, I thought it literally said maybe it's been out in early access or something. There's quite a lot of game. Yeah, there's definitely some errors, I think, to be kind. Like, I don't know if it's deliberate, but Toronto is spelt with double N instead of an NT at the end. I don't know why. I don't know if it's just like an oversight. It says Toronto, but most of the other cities are spelled correctly. For some reason, I'm like, I don't know what that is.
Okay.
There is a thing that says if you really pronounce Toronto the way it should be pronounced, there's no T. You don't hear the second T. Toronto.
Oh no.
Yeah. Well,
So maybe they're local devs.
maybe it could be. I don't know. It could be a thing, but like all the other cities, like Miami, was spelt Miami. Obviously, I don't know what we could do, but anyway, what I've played of it, which is not loads. I played through the tutorial and I played sort of at Toronto, a little bit of that, and I haven't finished that area. It's quite good fun. So the mechanic is you're basically shooting people most of the time. You can, like, there's different levels of enemy. So there's grunts.
Guess where the developer is based.
Toronto.
There you go.
Okay, so it's obviously it's deliberate then. So yeah, you're there's like grunts with like baseball bats, and when you shoot them or whatever, you pick up their baseball bat and then twat people with a baseball bat. It's like you can in sort of thing. The video we're watching is in third person. This is not a way I've experienced the game. It does look quite good in third person, but it's probably a bit harder because you can see a lot when you're in the top-down view. But you've got you've got like a handgun is your weapon, but you've only got like one clip of ammo, unless like there's some guys in their levels that carry up. They also carry ammo. They also carry handguns, and when you kill them, you can pick up a bit of ammo sometimes. But what happens is if you run out of ammo, you can have like a little hand-to-hand combat with a guy. You can like kick them and punch them and stuff, and if you knock them a bit enough, you can do like an execute move. And when you execute someone, you do like a sort of fucking flip them around, fucking twist their neck and break their neck and all that sort of stuff, and you get a load of ammo back. And then you just go back to fucking blasting people in the head with your pistol until you run out of ammo, and then you have to you've got like a dodge move. There's like a slow motion Max Payne dive move, and yeah, it ain't gonna be game of the year probably, but it's a lot of fun. It's something to like play for maybe half an hour. Maybe I'm not gonna probably go sit there and play like multiple hours on it, because it's just like not a bit of a palate cleanser, I guess you could say. You can just chip away. I've only got it on amateur, so it's pretty easy. So I might need to step up the difficulty. But I bet when you get to the other, there's fucking loads of areas, and every area's got like 7 or 8 levels by the way. There's a lot to do to finish it. But yeah, it's decent. I was quite impressed. And it was like £6 or something at the moment. 7 quid. Yeah. So I would suggest you check it out, maybe.
All right.
Suits for hire.
Okay. Right on. Dave, what you got?
I checked out Rematch, as Neil talked about last week.
I played a bit more of that the other night.
Yeah, I absolutely suck at controller.
Oh really?
Yeah. I play. I done a. I thought. Oh,
you play mouse and keyboard?
I could have done if I downloaded it and played it on the PC version of Game Pass.
Oh, you cloud
because I was playing, but because I was cloud streaming, I could only use my my controller. Yeah, I suck with a controller. I actually thinking about it, I don't play with a controller at all. I think it must have been a good 6 months since I played a game, and I think I went straight into the mouse and keyboard after trying to play a game before. So yeah, I must have played it for about 3 hours, and at the end of it, I still couldn't like do the
just doing the tutorial.
The camera control. No, it's. I knew the premise. It was just using the controller to, like, first of all look at the ball, and then once I've got the ball,
I've got some news for you. There is an alternative control method where you can do the Rocket League, where you can press a button to look at the ball. But it doesn't track the ball. But you can just press the button and it will snap to the ball.
Oh my god!
No, like, it doesn't tell you this anywhere in the game. I watched a YouTube video. It's like, by the way, if you do this, you can get this. I was like, oh, that might come in handy.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it is weird versus any other normal. Like, you go into like sort of like autopilot when you play a football game. You know how to play a football game because they're basically all of them have played the same since about 1995 or whatever. And this does not play like a normal game because you have to aim your shot with like the right stick and then pull the right trigger to shoot.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's lots of hidden mechanics.
Your aiming is where you're looking, basically, right? Your reticle.
Yeah.
I downloaded it and played it for a little bit. I did the tutorial up to a point, but I did not feel compelled to keep playing it. I didn't think it was.
I played some 3-3, 4-4, and 5-5.
I played 3v3s the other night and we got beat in every fucking game. We were getting absolutely destroyed. I was like,
well, that's why I went into 5-5. I thought my contribution or lack of thereof isn't going to affect it so
it's not
badly.
quite so critical. Being a goalkeeper, quite hard. Because you have to dive.
I thought that was the easiest one of the lot.
It's quite easy to dive completely the wrong direction and look like a complete idiot. And everyone on the team's like, you fucking love it. But like, I had a game, the first game I played, the guy who was in goal literally saved like fucking 10 shots in overtime. I was like, I don't know how you've saved so many fucking shots. This is insane.
The classic one is coming out to save, like diving, catching it, going out the box, then like losing the ball because you're not the keeper anymore and you're not supposed to hold it. Getting tackled and then they score and you're like, oh,
dick.
Yeah.
Now I look a right dick.
Yeah. I did that multiple times.
There's what was I going to say? Oh, you're not alone though, because I played with so many people and they like fucking shooting against the wall to the left instead of shooting to get the goal. Loads of people are still fucking it up. We did score quite a good goal. I was in goal, picked the ball up, and instead of like passing it, I just fucking hoofed a shot from my own area towards their goal, and it kind of bounced off the wall behind the goal and went straight to one of our players, and he just banged it in because their keeper had fucking completely missed it.
I've seen a few goals like that.
Nice.
Yeah.
So it's good if you get into it. My boy was playing with 4 of his mates. They were doing a 5v5s, and they were playing proper, like being like 5-a-side, playing real serious, like give me the ball, do this, and they were like, they were actually playing actually playing a proper fucking game of football and sticking to their positions and all that sort of shit. So you can get serious with it. It would appear. But they had a game, their game that I watched them playing. It went to like 8 minutes of overtime before they scored the winner. And they were all going fucking loopy when they scored. So, but that's the sort of game the kids like. Really remake. This is one of their sort of. They could all be getting into that.
Yeah. It's it's on Game Pass. I think you have to. I think it is a paid-for game on Steam.
Yeah, it's only about 20 quid.
But
only.
Yep, yeah, I think the fact that it's on Game Pass is probably going to be a winner. I'm surprised it hasn't sort of happened sooner, since Rocket League was such a big thing. I don't know.
But it's not really been an arcade football game for a while, is there?
No.
People likened it to NHL Hits. Remember that, like the arcade hockey game, ice hockey game. But obviously, in that you could literally like throw the gloves down and have fucking fights. I think that's just a standard feature in ice hockey games. To be fair, you can't have an ice hockey game without being able to fight.
There was a few football games that was like indoor football or street football. I think
there was FIFA Street.
I don't think
anybody bought that.
No, that wasn't big. But then they did it as a sort of an optional bit in some of the other FIFA games. So I know my nephew used to play quite a lot of that, but then he went on to the online trading shit. So
yeah.
But yeah, no, I was quite impressed. Again, I might download it and use mouse and keyboard and see if I'm any better with that.
Can't imagine that being great.
It's got to be better than I was so woeful on a controller. So I'll give it a go, and I'll give you an update next week if if I don't talk about it, I didn't. So.
Okay.
All right. What else? I don't know. I guess you just pick one, Neil, and go for it.
Well, you've played both of the other ones, haven't you? So let's do Doom first. Still playing Doom. I am at. Oh, I don't know. I feel like I haven't played it too much this week. Because the levels are fucking long. Further you go in the
They're
game,
getting
they're
long now,
fucking
aren't
big.
they? Right.
The levels are
Yeah, I
big.
don't know whether I got to the end of the first level. I don't think I did.
First level's not that big. But I still haven't
I don't
100%ed it.
Yeah, I'm very early days, but I liked what I played so far.
Yeah,
Good
it's
Are
good.
you're playing it as well, Fred?
Yeah, I started it at the weekend, and I haven't gone back to it yet. Maybe try and get some more time in with it this weekend. But I thought it was I thought it was great. It was more Doom. I really like the shield mechanic. I think that works well. They seem to have implemented that nicely.
There's a lot of development in that as well.
Yeah, I mean, it's it just seems to be. Again, I'm sure the last Doom game, I would have said the exact same thing at the start. Seems to be good, more Doom, blah blah blah. But that fell off the face of the earth with me at a point later on. So I don't know. I have to keep playing this to. But right now, looks like it's delivering what it's meant to deliver. So we'll see.
Yeah, it feels
Sounded
kind
good.
of old school. I don't know. It's been a long time since I played the old ones, but maybe I think they were trying to do a bit too much with Eternal. I don't know. I just never really got
Maybe.
into it again. But this one, I really like, and all the mechanics are good. And I don't know, what level did you play it on? What difficulty do you remember?
Normal difficulty, I guess, whatever that is.
Yeah,
The
I don't
middle
know
one.
what normal is. I'm still on ultraviolence, and there's definitely been
I
some
think that's
times
what
where
it
I'm like,
is.
fuck. You've got to just right near the end of this huge epic fight with loads of enemies, and you've got to kill the last one. And you fucking just like you're on this last sliver of health, and you fuck up one of the parries, and he's like, you just
Yeah.
fall to the ground, and you're like, bollocks. I've
I
got
don't
to
know.
do that all again.
I was playing one of the levels, and I was running around, shooting everything, just watching my health. I had no health, and then suddenly I'd find a little bit of health, and I was surviving a little bit longer, and then I'd shoot some more shit, and then I was down my low health again, running away, trying to find something, find a little bit of health, shoot more or whatever, and then finally I would die. Something killed me out of nowhere.
Yeah, it's one of these tiny little fucking minion zombies that just appear. They spawn in and they just like whiff at you, and you're dead. And you're like, you
Yeah,
dick! Where the
but I
fuck
didn't
did she come
mind.
from?
I didn't mind. I felt like,
Yeah, I don't mind
you know
it.
what? I should have died probably 5 minutes ago.
Yeah.
I don't know how I've hung on for so long.
Well,
Um,
like you can
And I
do.
think with a bit of training anyway, I think you've got to expect to be dying.
Oh
You
yeah,
can't
yeah. It's
expect to
just part
play
of
it.
it.
Yeah, you've got to expect a few deaths and getting to learn
It's
some of the.
but loads of as you go through the game, you unlock more and more stuff. There's just you can do things with the way you kill things or finish them. Like it'll drop ammo, drop shields, drop health, depending on what you do. So if you're low on health, you're like, I need to do this move because then I'll get some health, and that sort of stuff. And like I've got it so that I've got all three melee weapons unlocked, but the last one is a bit like I don't really like it. So I've gone back to using the flail. Because like when I've fully upgraded it, I think. So if I hit something with the flail now, it sets it on fire and it starts dropping shields and stuff like that. So there's mechanics that will help you out to become a little bit more survivable, I guess.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I really like it, and it keeps throwing in new stuff, new enemies, new little tweaks, upgrades. But I can't remember what level I'm on. I've done it a lot. I've played quite a lot of this, and I've still got a few levels to go. But the levels are fucking huge now. It's good.
All right. On your radar, Dave, or no?
I've played some. I've played the first couple of levels. Yeah, it's
Right.
still installed, so I don't know. Just I like it, but first person beat 'em up shooter.
Shoot him up.
Yeah, shoot 'em up. It's not really my
Oh,
bag.
you only put in about 3,000 hours of Call of Duty.
Yeah, it's different though.
It is different. That is true.
Uh, it's it. Yeah, I like Call of Duty because they're extremely quick maps
Yeah, because
against other
that's just
people.
multiplayer, though, isn't it? This is like a
Yeah, yeah. I don't
massively
play
long
single player.
story
Yeah,
campaign.
yeah. I don't play the single player or anything like that on Call of Duties anymore. So yeah, that's different thing, different experience.
Yeah.
Right on. All right. Well, we should be hearing more from Doom then, because hopefully I'm going to get stuck into some more of that. Can I just ask one of you to move on to another one? Sorry, I just have to go take care of something that's just
Dave, come on,
pressing.
what you going?
You'll notice that my bedfellow here has disappeared
Yeah.
because it's a certain time of the
Is
evening.
it
Hang on,
is
I'll
it
be
dinner
back in
time?
2 seconds. Yeah, no one else is here. Hang on a second.
Oh,
I'll be back.
right, I've been picked up on this Steam Summerfest. Is it Steam Summerfest?
Steam Summer Sale.
So Steam Summer Sale. A
You can
game
buy
called
Skyrim again for like £3 or whatever.
Captain of Industry.
Not a new game.
Not a new. Well, it's not been released yet. It's still
Is
in
it?
the
Oh, it's early
early
access.
access.
It's been out for a while though, because it's a video from
Yeah,
2 years ago.
yeah. It's kind of like Factorio if it was a city builder. But the city that you're building is all about industry and mining and creating things from the ores that you mine.
It does look a bit City Skyline / Sim City.
Yeah, that's a good example of it. Obviously, there's conveyor belts and pipes and lots of trucks and mining equipment and ways that you can manipulate or have the vehicles manipulate the terrain. There's trains. I've got to the trains yet. There's a progression tree. Sort of sort of you've got a research thing. So you start off with the most basic things, and you can only sort of mine certain ores and create certain things, and then you use research, which uses resources to create research. Oh, it's one of those games. It's a Dave game.
This combination of like Civilization and fucking all of these games all meshed up
Yeah,
together.
yeah, with the ability to manipulate the terrain. I suppose you could do that
Oculus.
in City Skylines too. Yeah, kind of. But you tell your the trucks
Are
and
you
the
is
different
it like
equipment.
it looks like also like Command and Conquer, like real time strategy, but you're obviously not fighting.
No, well, you're fighting against trees. Trees are the main enemy of the game.
Yeah, well, don't tell Greta Thunberg that. Yeah.
um, but yeah, it's great. I've only put in a couple of hours into it, but yeah, it's definitely hit my kind of Factorio industry itch on those games. I think I'm not sure if you said about it before, and I was a bit dismissive of it. But yeah, I started looking at it again. I was looking at it early this week. I was like, I do fancy one of those kind of games.
Because you haven't
And
played enough of those types of games.
yeah, and I nearly bought it early in the week. I thought, and then I was like, no, okay, no, I'll wait until payday. And then luckily, the summer sale happened.
I
I was
knew
like,
something was up because as I tell
20
you,
percent off.
Wario64, I follow him on Blue Sky now. Used to follow him on Twitter. He's the guy who posts about all the deals. Loads of America, so I don't know if I can can't get him, but it's like on Monday at 6 p.m. our time, which is when the sort of store updates. He said, "These are all the Steam deals this week," and it's like there was about 10 games on sale. It's like, it's definitely going to be a big sale later on the week. It always happens when there's like fuck all sales on the Monday. It's because there's a big fucker coming on the Thursday.
Right. Yeah.
But yeah, it's on till the 10th of July.
Yeah, quite a long time. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, loads of games on that.
So yeah, go and buy Skyrim again.
But yeah, Captain of Industry. It's a really good.
This got the
say,
legs, does it? This got legs. You could play this for a long time.
there's a lot to it.
You're breaking the golden rule of podcasting, Dave.
Eating and talking.
Yep.
Have you listened to the veteran gamers? I thought that's like you had to eat.
We are going to hold ourselves some higher standards here.
Are we?
No, we'll try.
I'm really hungry today.
What are you eating?
So yeah,
I guess we should know.
dry roasted peanuts.
Oh, yeah. See, no, I wasn't hungry.
So yeah, Captain in Industry. Yeah, really, really happy with that. It's 20% off at the moment. I think it's the cheapest it's ever been. Still in early access. They have done a real big update in the last month or so. Because yeah, I used to say it's been out in early access for quite a while now. There's there's a lot of game there. So if anybody's interested in those kind of games, it's a really good one to pick up.
Cool.
Okay.
All right. Should I talk about RoboCop?
Go on,
Talk
then.
about
What's it
What's the
called?
full title of this?
What's that?
What's the full title of this?
RoboCop.
Rogue something, isn't it?
Yeah, Rogue City.
I have no idea. Sorry.
Rogue City.
RoboCop Rogue City. I don't know. It's on the sale. Neil pointed it out last night. It was 90% off.
Yeah. It only
I
came
was
out
like,
last
go.
year.
Yeah, I was like, go on then. Why not? I mean, I had heard mixed things about it. I heard some people say it was shite. I heard some people say it was all right. I don't think I heard anyone say it was brilliant. But I've heard people say it was all right. And I think you said it was all right as well, Neil.
I played
last
the
night.
demo.
Yeah.
And it was like, I do feel quite a bit like Robocop when you're playing
I
it.
think when the demo came out, I heard a lot of people talking about actually they weren't expecting a lot from it, and actually it was quite good.
Yeah. I haven't played a lot. I've only played through like about the, you know.
Have you been into
a
the
good-
police station?
No, not yet.
Ah.
So
That's when it starts getting
Yeah.
real like, oh, okay.
here's my first impression. So I haven't played very much. I only fired it up this morning and played some of the first sort of building or whatever to get through. It seemed to start up like an absolute dog, and I think what happened was, and I'm playing on PC obviously because it's Steam. I think when I don't know, I started it and it took ages before anything happened. But I also feel like Hunt was like that the other day, so I don't know whether it's the games or whether it's my PC. I have a sneaking suspicion my PC is starting to rebel on me a little bit. I don't know.
I had some weirdness going on earlier on mine. I don't know what was going on. It was just like,
Yeah, it's
it kept
typical
turning off my
PC. Who
monitors. I was like,
knows?
why do you keep turning my screens off? So I just rebooted and it's been fine. Touch wood.
Right. So, and then it did fire up, and there was the syncing between the opening animation cutscene or whatever, where there's some guys doing the news. His
Casey
voice
Wong.
wasn't. Casey Wong, yeah, his voice wasn't syncing up as well as I would have liked. And anyway, I got through, and it was like it was running really, really bad. But then I went in and oh, that's right. It gave me the option. Do you want me to do you want us to automatically detect your graphics card and then set the settings, which I should never have allowed it to do, but I did that and it set everything up to max.
Oh.
So I went back in, I dialed everything back down again. On all new games will tell it to, I think I did the same on Peak when we were playing that. Like I tell it, max frame rate 60, please. VSync it up, and then we'll take it from
You
there.
don't need VSync anymore. You've got you need to do something with your NVIDIA thing, and it will VSync for you, sort of thing.
Oh, maybe, well, whatever. I mean, I usually have screen tearing issues, and then I VSync it, and it's no problem. So,
yeah, basically your graphics card can VSync for you, kind of thing, and everything. You need
yeah,
to go and turn it on in a setting.
Yeah, maybe I'll get around to that at some point.
Yeah, when you get a new computer.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah. So anyway, I played the first part of it, and yeah, I mean, it looks good. They've done a good job of the character models and animations and things, and the police car pulls up. I thought that looked pretty good. I didn't really like the way they introduced RoboCop. I thought that was a bit of a damp opening for him, but there you go. Anyway, RoboCop appears, and that's it. It all kicks off, and you got to go into this building and start shooting people, and it's very much seems to be an on-rail shooter, really. I mean, you're not, unless from what I've seen so far in this building, right? You're not going around the building exploring it or anything like that. You're going from one corridor to the next, and shooting the guys who suddenly appear. You clear out a corridor, you turn the corner, there's more guys to shoot. You turn another corner, there's more guys to shoot. The gunplay felt pretty good. There's no shortage of ammo and guns to pick up. You can pick up the enemy's guns when they drop, so they drop SMGs or pistols or whatnot. But I stuck with the pistol for the most part because I just like taking single
Robocop's gun's
shots.
the best gun in the game anyway, sure.
Yeah, it's pretty good. There is targeting when you hold down the right mouse button. It sort of like picks up it flashes the silhouettes of everyone who's in the room or whatever, like RoboCop would target in the movies. I'm not quite sure how that helped me, if it did help me at all. Maybe I think maybe it does more. All it really does is highlight the fact that the enemy. I think all it does is it highlights the enemies that are in the room. But I mean, I was already aware that there's 3 guys shooting at me. Thanks very much. Um, Headshots are very satisfying. They have a good like a hunt showdown headshot. You get a nice splat sound and whatever. There were some guys with helmets, so yeah, I kept shooting them in the head. I was like, why is that guy not going down? And then suddenly, after about the 3rd or 4th shot, his helmet pinged off, which I couldn't quite see that he was wearing a helmet. So that was pretty cool. You can pick up televisions and throw them at people, which they're quite effective. And
don't remember Robocop doing that too much. To be honest. I don't know, maybe
yeah, and you move slow, right? I mean, it really is
and
clunk,
you do
clunk,
thunk thunk
clunk.
thunk around like
Yeah,
Robocop.
and you can, and it's got a toggle run, but I mean, the running is pointless. So you hardly change your pace at all.
You
I think
definitely
that's the
get
same in the
thunks a bit
film.
quicker.
Murphy just doesn't
Yeah.
really move that
Yeah.
quick, does he?
So I got to give him props really for the fact that, a little bit of me was just like, this is shit. I'm so slow or whatever. And then it's like, you fucking RoboCop, dude. What do
Yeah.
you expect? But you're still going to
Yeah.
waste everyone. Uh,
Yeah.
It looks
You
to
don't-
be a big bag of all right, actually.
It's not AAA. Let's put it that way. But it's done
No,
with
but I
some
mean,
sort of like people who liked Robocop made the game. It feels like they're trying to do it justice.
yeah, that's right. Like the character animate, RoboCop looks like RoboCop. Murphy looks like Murphy. I'm
All the
curious
acting
as
is
to
incredibly corny, just like the films.
yeah, yeah, it's no different, and so it should be. I mean, that's the RoboCop aesthetic, right? And God knows we've seen enough RoboCop games in the past that are utter trash, right? Um, so yeah, it's
I
okay,
feel
I
like it's
guess.
probably fairly underused as a franchise if you into video game landscape. Robocop
It's
is
an
that
odd
Robocop?
franchise, though,
I
isn't it?
think it
Because it
got
was a real
yeah,
adult franchise. They
yeah,
were real adult movies. They weren't
yes.
kids'
Well, the first one
movies.
was, I guess.
They did dumb them down. I think the first one was
Robocop 3
18.
did suck incredibly bad.
Um,
Right.
but
And the remake was absolute dog shit. So
Yeah,
was it? I
nobody
never watched
cared
it.
really much
No.
past RoboCop 1, did they? I mean, obviously there's been
Robocop
about
2 was a little bit shit. It was quite a lot of shit. Basically, the first one was the only good one. It's like Star
yeah,
Wars.
we all know that. Yeah. But I mean, there's hardcore fans out there, of course. And RoboCop's cool. I got time for RoboCop. I love the
Yeah.
first movie, right? So
Yeah, I remember watching that.
I
Okay,
remember
yeah,
just as
RoboCop
bad.
a game. There was a
It was the arcade game. Yeah.
side scrolling shoot 'em up
Well, there was a
yeah, I
home
think
version of the arcade. Basically, it was the same.
yeah, Spectrum had one, right? And
That wasn't going to be good, was it?
no, of course it wasn't. But you still had RoboCop strutting around on your screen, so you were happy, and you didn't
Yeah,
pay for the game because you pirated it, of course. So it
of
didn't
course.
matter.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all right.
I've got
Yeah.
it on PlayStation because it's on PS Plus Extra or whatever. But I downloaded it ages ago. But I haven't just got. It's like I just ain't got the time for me. It's
I
like
did
playing
I
all this
did
other
hear,
shit.
I did hear somebody say that the upgrade path and is quite good.
Oh
There's
yeah.
quite some quite good upgrades that you can do that make you feel quite powerful. So
You
Yeah.
love Robocop. I'm assuming there's an Ed 209 fight and all that shit.
Yeah, I suppose that's
oh,
all
you'd
going to
have to,
come. Yeah.
yeah.
Right.
The good boss
So we'll
fights.
see. Yeah. So
I
hopefully I can
mean,
keep. Yeah.
the story ain't going to be great.
I'm in a bit of trouble right now because I'm piling on a ton of games, starting
Yeah,
a ton of
Game
games.
Pass, buying
Yeah.
video games. What you like.
Yeah.
And it's
I've been a
summer.
bit. Yeah, I know. Been a bit crazy, but there you go. Whatever. I don't mind as well with the Steam games. They're cheap. I add them to the pool. I've got family
Yeah.
sharing, so something it'll get reciprocated, no doubt, from the other people I family share with at some point. So,
Yeah.
so we'll
Yeah, you
see.
don't exactly
But yeah,
fucking spending loads of money on it, are you? So
no, exactly. Yeah, what? I mean, it was like
it
$6
was
or
it's
something.
literally like £5 when I saw it. I was like,
Yeah,
what?
it
That's
wasn't
fucking
much at all.
ridiculous.
So yeah, I highly, yeah. From what I've seen so far, yeah, if the price is right for what it is, for sure. Yeah. So yeah, RoboCop's all right. Seems to be anyway so far. Fun.
Yeah. It's
Stupid fun.
yeah, exactly. It's just fucking stupid. It's no Doom.
Yeah. They seem to have
Doom's
quite a
like
bit of the. I'll tell you what, they passed one of the good tests, which is if I shoot that fire extinguisher, am I getting a cloud of smoke?
Yeah.
Am I
Oh,
getting a cloud of dust?
You're getting that in Sleeper for Hire as well. There's all that
Oh, yeah, good.
interactive environments as well.
Yeah, it's very important. So
Yeah.
yeah, there's quite a bit. There seems to be quite a bit of stuff you can shoot and whatnot. So
Yeah.
the one issue I did have with it is I went into one of the basements or one of the areas and this is the crux of it, in the building, and there was an air conditioning unit sitting inside. I'm like, I'm all for you guys using assets like that, but you can't use it in the building. Like you can't. That it wouldn't work. It's got to be outside. So not happy about that, but I'll move on.
Could be.
Regardless of the fact that I'm, a massive walking robot machine fighting, wave upon wave of enemies who are.
If you interact with the air conditioning unit, do you like get a health upgrade or something? I don't know. Extra
You have
cooling. for your
RoboCop
gun.
gets out his Robo Knob.
Yeah.
Or if there's any hoovering to be done, he just gets out of his extension. Just
There you go. Time to move on.
Yes. What are we going for?
Who's
Dave,
who
you've
else?
got one.
What else we
I've
got?
Well, we've got one that we played again.
Let's go, Dave, and then we'll finish on ours.
Yep. What have I been playing? Oh, I picked up. I'm playing Wreckfest 2. There's an update.
Oh.
Couple more tracks. Couple more vehicles. Yeah. It's still not Wreckfest 1 yet.
There's a fair bit to go yet, isn't there?
It's still quite a fair way to go. Yeah, it's really good. The sound and the vehicles and the destruction is really good, but it's just not. I don't know. It's hard to quantify. It's just doesn't have the replayability yet of Wreckfest 1.
Is that because there's not as many people playing? Maybe.
No, it's still, well, since the update, that it's funny that you can see waves of people going on to Wreckfest 2 when there's new updates, and then they all start going back to Wreckfest 1. Yeah, I don't know. There's just something not quite there about it yet.
I guess it's just not finished, isn't it? That's the thing.
Yeah.
Whereas Wreckfest 1 is. I mean, Wreckfest 1 was in early access for fucking ages. They changed its name.
Yes, it was next car game, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So yeah, they'll get there. But what they've added, they've added some cool vehicles. They've added a camper van, and another.
Oh, is this Gran Turismo we're talking about now?
And they've added a figure of 8, which is always a fun.
Yes, absolute carnage.
And I think they've added another a different oval, because they had one oval before, but they've added an oval, and I think the figure of 8 is a part of that one as well. So, but yeah, still good.
Getting better.
Getting better. Yeah, it's adding more content. So yeah, it's good. That's it.
I should probably load that up again.
Yeah, you've only played it for a little bit.
Yeah, I bought it for the future, really. It's like, I'll get it now when it's cheap, rather than have to wait for it to go on sale when it's like 50 quid, when it's all finished. Yeah, it's fun.
Yes.
Well, I've played a bit, but yeah, there ain't enough content there, I guess.
All right.
Is that it then? Other than the little silly game that we bought.
Yeah, we've been playing Peak.
Which is the new stream meme.
It's the new hotness.
Sold 2 million copies or something since it came out.
Oh, has it really?
Yeah.
I think about a couple of days ago, they said, "Oh, we've sold 1 million," and then
another couple of days, it sold another one.
Yeah. So come on, what is it? Tell us
about
it.
It's a game about climbing. So the game starts. You're in the airport with your passport, and you have to find the terminal. You go on, scan your passport, and off you go on your plane. And the plane crashes. You survive. Doesn't appear to have been anyone else on the plane, to be fair. Although there is lots of luggage strewn across the island where you have to climb, because no one's going to rescue you from the beach. you've got to get up high so that people can see you. Doesn't really make any fucking sense, honestly. Who the fuck is going to the top of a mountain to rescue you? But that's the story they've gone with.
Right.
And so you stroll around, try and pick up some bits and bobs, and then you've got to climb high. And you climb in a sort of Zelda way, the new Zelda way, isn't it? You just literally can climb anything, but you've got a stamina bar. And if your stamina bar runs out, you just fall off. That's how it works in Zelda, isn't it?
You have a stamina bar, yeah. This one's a little bit odd. It's a little bit different. Like it's got one bar, and that's your stamina bar. But as you get hungrier, the hunger bar eats into your stamina bar.
Yeah.
And the more you carry, there's another brown section that eats into your stamina. So your stamina gets affected by hunger and
encumbrance,
as well as debuff effects like being cold
Poisons.
or whatever. They sort of poisoned or whatever, they will intrude upon your stamina bar as well. So you have all these things to sort of manage and watch.
Yeah, so you need to find food and try not to eat anything poisonous. You can only carry. You pick up a backpack, and well, there's one backpack to start. I think you can play this as up to 4 people. I think can play at the same time.
Can you?
Yeah.
I thought it was 2 player.
No, it's up to 4.
Okay.
But I think there's only one backpack at the start of the game, and then so one person gets to carry the backpack, but obviously they're encumbered with the weight penalty. But then as we went round, we found another backpack.
Yeah, so Neil and I played together, and then we went off and started our journey.
I'd already had one go, basically, at trying to climb on my own. It was fucking really hard to do it on your own.
Yeah. So the way you can do it is you can work together, right? So, somebody can stand on your shoulders if you need to be. We had one bit where Neil was running a little bit less stamina than I was, and I climbed up a section, realized that it had consumed almost all my stamina. So I said to Neil, "Look, you're going to have to grab my hand because I don't think you're going to make it." That was probably the closest we came to actually working as a team.
Yeah.
And then you came up, grabbed my hand, and we got up. And then there's the ability to somebody can have a rope and drop a rope, and people
Couldn't actually suss out how to use the rope.
No, well, I don't think you were on your game 100% last night.
I was
so
quite
that's
drunk.
Fair enough. Yes, right. But it was fun, right? It was good. And the way they work it is you're not supposed to use Discord. You're only supposed to use in-game chat. So if you are outside of the vicinity of your team, you can't hear them.
Yeah.
So, the communication is key. There was a trumpet at the start, so you could use this trumpet to sort of like signal to people where you were. But that got soon left behind because we needed space for other things. But we went at it. We did. You and I went off and we climbed up and we got to the top, and there was a suitcase up there or something else, or there was a note, and then it said. It said something like, "This is not a suitable spot. You're going to need to go north." And we turned around and realized that we had not climbed the main mountain, and there's this massive fuck off huge mountain behind us, like 4 or 5 times the size of the one that we just climbed, and it looked far more treacherous as well. Yeah, and it turned out it was far more treacherous.
Yes, wasn't it?
Yeah. So we went
lots of spiky things and cold things.
Yeah, fog rolled in.
Quite hard.
I'm just trying to think back as to how my life ended.
I don't really know what happened.
I think I just
you fell, I believe.
Yeah, something happened. I think I tried to get up something went wrong or whatever, and the next thing I fell a long way, and I was
200 meters you fell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But if we'd have been in just local vicinity chat, because what happens is what I've seen on the videos is when someone falls, you can just gradually the sound obviously gets quieter and quieter. And they'd say, "No."
That'd be good.
Yeah.
So that was how it ended. Is I fell to my death, which was a little bit annoying because I was doing fine health wise. You were not doing fine health wise and ran out of food, and then it got cold and the fog rolled in, and you were basically just
basically fucked.
Yeah, the mountain killed you.
And then this bizarre sperm balloon appeared in front of me. which
before
was
you were
you.
dead.
Yeah, which was you, and your ghostly form.
My ghostly apparition
After,
was following you. Yeah.
you can't really. I don't know what you can do other than you can look around and help, like look at stuff, but you can't interact, can you? When you're dead,
No.
but it doesn't just kick you out and make you like watch your friend. You literally can sort of help by being
Yeah.
a guide.
I'm not sure because we stayed in Discord because we had
There's other
Dave and
people
Sarah.
watching about it.
Yeah, Dave and Sarah were in watching us, so rather than not talk to them, we were still in Discord. But I don't know, it was quite funny. It was quite a laugh.
It
Yeah.
is a laugh. It is a laugh, and it I think like if you play it properly, with in the vicinity chat and all that stuff, it probably takes it to that all
It would be
important next
interesting,
level.
yeah, and it would be interesting to get another person or two people in there
Yeah.
to see how it changes with another couple of people.
Yeah,
Or
because
whether
I
you go
guess you need to find more food and all that sort of stuff, obviously.
maybe you go off on pairs and do different ways to get up the mountain and find different routes. And
Every day there's a new
it,
mountain.
yeah, I guess it's not procedurally
It
generated.
is. I think it is procedurally generated, but literally, like it's not like every time you go in there, it's different. I think it's literally for 24 hours. It's a map for everybody, and then it changes. I believe.
Oh,
Yeah.
is
That's
that
how it
okay?
works.
That's the mechanic. So it's not the same one all the time, right?
No.
Okay. Oh,
No.
that's
So-
good. That's good.
So what do you think? It is random generated, but
So I think
to
it's procedurally generated, but there is, like I say, everyone gets the same thing for 24 hours, and then it'll generate a new one for another.
yeah, no, that I understand. I'm just wondering about how they do I mean, maps aren't,
And there's no
is
way
it a
they're
map?
crafting these by hand, is there? A fucking
No, that's what I guess not if they're pushing out one a day. So they must have some sort of parameters in there set so that
it doesn't just.
there must be a way up, right?
Yeah,
The system must
I
be
don't know
able to
how. I'm
figure
not a
out.
coder, but I guess like these people kind of must know what they're doing.
Yeah, there
So-
must be like
Yeah.
there
I
must be a
suspect there's-
route that connects, right? So there must be one route where there's enough, everything is doable. Or
I
there
don't
must
even
be
know if there's a
multiple.
route. I think it's just like you could just climb anything, basically, if you've got the stamina to do so. So
Yeah.
like there's vertical blocks of stone would appear, and then there's like slopes and stuff, which you might some of them
Yeah,
you have to
vertical
climb, some of them you
pillars
can,
and-
yeah. So I don't really know. We've literally played it for an hour and a bit, probably.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
It's
We played it for a little
comical
bit.
when people die and things like that. The usual japes.
Yeah, it's in keeping with a lot of the stuff that's been popular. You know that
like Lethal Company and all that sort of stuff.
shorts. Yeah, exactly. Straightforward, sort of.
This look, I feel that this has got more to not more to it, but like, I mean, you literally just got one mission basically in this. There's no stupid like selling shit to someone or whatever. You're just climbing,
Yeah,
and stuff. So far,
yeah. I think you have to be very good at the food management and the energy management, and
don't eat anything bad.
yeah.
Don't get
So
any
we
chippy mushrooms.
Yeah, well, I mean, we were hesitant about some mushrooms that we found, but we ate them and they gave us a great stamina boost. And so who knows? But then oh, that was right. That's what happened. I was just about to climb up behind you, and then you burst into flames, and that knocked
I
me
didn't
back.
know that. What happened?
Yeah, basically, I was just climbing up to you behind you, and it was like there's a big ball of flames, and I didn't exactly see whether you caught fire or maybe something else caught fire. I have no idea. All I know is it threw me off, and I lost my footing, and that's where I fell.
Maybe you had like a fireball fart or something.
Well, Neil did because it was right in front of me,
Yeah.
and I really was right up his arse.
I have no idea.
So I don't know. That was a bit odd, but yeah, now I remember. Yeah, that's what happened. So very strange. That's why I was a bit peed off because I didn't feel like I'd done anything wrong. That was, I hadn't.
So something just happened on the video. A big cloud of red stuff. Like
Yeah, well, I'm not saying it's Neil. I'm not. It wasn't. I don't think it was my fault, but at the same time, I'm not saying it was Neil's fault either because I don't know what happened. So
Yeah.
Anyway, there you go. I think there's a little bit more to it, obviously, than we discovered. With
Oh yeah.
the different types of foods and I got an
Yes.
extra energy bar at one point with a lightning bolt below it. I have
Yeah,
no
that
idea
was like
what that.
super stamina sort of thing. I
Yeah.
got one of those. We drank an
Yeah,
energy drink, and you get like an extra reserve of stamina or something. Or it runs
yeah,
out
but I
though, doesn't
never.
it? Does it just make you go a bit faster?
Does it? I don't know. I never
think.
figured it out, so I never really sort of felt like I was figured out the effects of it. So
Yeah.
I don't know. It was fun though, and we should definitely play some more.
Yep, we will
Good.
probably.
All right.
Is that it? Is
Anything
that...
else?
Play Gran Turismo every day, pretty much.
Well, look, I don't think we have anything else, and I'm quite fine to call that a show.
Quite a short one for us.
Yeah, there's no point in going on if we don't have to go on. We don't want to go on. Let's call that a day. Call it a show. Be done with it. Let's move on.
Yeah.
You want to do your part, Dave?
I'll do my part. I might play some Peak after
Have
this.
you bought it?
I've just bought it. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, nice, nice.
It's
yeah.
just such a low price eventually. It's just like, yeah, fuck it, whatever.
You go on a little climb, have one go, and
probably
then
like-
whatever.
yeah.
You're not going to
Yeah.
sit and play it for
It's
hours.
like a
I don't think, but-
4-pack of beers. Nice.
I think it's cheaper, probably.
Yeah.
Right, I'll do my outro. I'd like to say thank you for listening to the Seal Podcast. If you'd like to ask questions or get involved, please contact us on our web form, which is at sealpodcast.com. You can also contact us via email, which is sealpodcast@gmail.com, or join us on the Discord server. A link is pinned on our social medias. We have YouTube and Twitch channels, which we can upload and stream to. Neil, shout out for Twittage.
It's Radani. Thank you for joining. And thank you for subbing, Arnie, yet again. 38, it says.
But yeah, long months.
38 subs.
Thanks, Arnie.
That's over 3 years.
Blimey.
I know.
Right. All right. That's it.
Is it?
That's the show.
Okay. All right. Thanks very much, everyone. Enjoy
See you
your
next
week,
time.
and we'll catch up. Yeah.
Next week I'm here, but the week after I'm not.
Oh,
Just for a
okay.
heads up.
Peek behind the curtains there. We gotta figure out what we're gonna do about that. Day off, Dave.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's not hard to stream it. It's really not that hard.
No, I know.
All right, we'll figure it out. All right, thanks very much, everyone. We'll catch up with you later.
See you next time.
Thanks, guys. Bye.
All right.
Bye.